It's a topic that we don't like reporting on, stories of missing kids. We see the images of parents crying and police and neighbors spending countless hours trying to find the missing child. While parents can't be there to protect their kids 24 hours a day, you can teach your kids important skills they can use to try to protect themselves if need be. Licensed social worker and president of CEO of Daniel, Jim Clark, joins us this morning to offer parents some guidance on teaching your kids about strangers and ways they can protect themselves. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Rebecca. It's a pleasure to be here, and it is a scary topic.
Absolutely.
Almost 800,000 children a year are missing, and we know that of those, about 60,000 are done because of a stranger who is intent is to harm a child under the age of 18.
Those are alarming.
They are alarming. Over 2,000 kids a day.
And other than putting your kid in a bubble in the garage, how do you protect them?
Well, there are things that you should do. And we were talking about some of those that our family did when we were growing up. But in particular, one of the most important things is children should know their address. They should know their name and try to let them know those type of things. In addition to that, you want to make sure that children are not left alone, that they're not traveling in groups and things of that sort. It's always better for kids to be in groups. There are, as you and I talked about, it's good for them to have a password. Tell them a secret password so that they know in terms of what they're going to say if there is a stranger. Because the reality is, all strangers are not bad people. And we need to teach kids good strangers. Good strangers, when they have to go to somebody, are women with children, a uniformed policeman, or store clerks. So anytime they're in a situation and they're lost or they're concerned, those are people which they can go to.
Okay, so those are really interesting techniques. When you start talking to your children about this, how do you even explain what a stranger is?
Well, that's a good point, too. And one of the things that we've often done is in our groups or even in our family, we use our family meetings to kind of do those type of things and do training. The Florida Department of Juvenile Justice encourages families to teach their kids how to scream. I can remember when we did that in our little family session, the kids had fun. Teach them how to scream. I don't know you. You're a stranger. Fire. Help. Those are statements that kids can be taught and that they can go away with. The other thing is we had talked about, too, children need to know don't get in a car with anybody. Do not, even if you know them, because sometimes people can look friendly, and even the friendliest people in the world can have ill intentions. And so those are really good little techniques to kind of teach their own children about.
That's really interesting because I know that kids a lot of times only latch on to one or two things in a lesson, and so if you do teach them how to scream, that's got to stick out. It's
got to stick out, and they love that. And kids need to know that no adult has a responsibility to touch them or make them feel uncomfortable. And if an adult makes you feel uncomfortable, either through touch or through conversation, you immediately go away and find another adult or tell your parents about what you were feeling. The other important thing is we want to encourage and teach kids what perpetrators might do. They're going to say, have you seen my dog? I know your family's trying to find you. Or can you help me? I'm lost. So those are some techniques to let them know what a perpetrator might try to trick them into doing.
Thank you for that valuable information, Jim.
Thank you.
I know that a lot of people need to have that conversation with their children. And for more information on this topic, you can head to Daniel's Kids website. It's www.danielkids.org. The next hour